Hey guys, welcome to another week of WoW Weekly. And for this week, we have the PvP Brawl will be Warsong Scramble. The weekly is Pet Battles. And there is a little micro event. It lasts for 2 days. It'll start on Tuesday and on Thursday. It's actually one of my favorite ones, but it can be a little annoying to do. So the unfortunate part of these air balloon rides is that you can't do them solo. So you do have to do either one of these two things. First one is to just go to a location and then you queue up for the balloon ride and boom, done. It requires 3 people. The second one is that you form a group of 3 people and go on the balloon ride. Other than that, super fun. One major thing is if you're going to exit the air balloon, try to be in a safe area, like over water, or get ready to use some slow fall or whatever. Use whatever you got, because you don't get a parachute unless they fix that, but no parachute exists when you exit that ride. So yeah, if you're wanting to exit it early, make sure you are falling into a semi-safe area. And that is basically it for this week's events. So pretty simple week, especially for me, because I don't really care about the pet battles. PvP Brawl, I casually do, but I'm not like, woo, PvP Brawl. You know, there's one every week, so it just means nothing to me, right? So yeah, and then the Spring Balloon Festival, literally, if you just want to go and see what it's all about, it's super fast. You take one balloon ride and boom, done. So yeah, really not too much going on this week. So not too much news-wise either. A big focus this week was definitely the mobile game that got revealed earlier in the week. And yeah, a lot of the news has been surrounding that. I've decided to leave that to the end, so I'll go over that stuff afterwards. You know, it is a WoW weekly, so we're going to start with the WoW stuff. And yeah, so I have dug up some stuff to give you guys this week. So the first thing, and this feels like a weird one to mention on a Monday when the event ends, but if it was what was holding you back, it doesn't matter. You would just have the achievement anyway. But School of Hard Knocks for the Children's Week event. That has been removed from the meta achievement. So if that was holding you back and For the Children was the final one for you to get your Violet Proto Drake, then you have it. Yeah, doesn't even matter if you didn't log in this week. It would just be taken out. When you log in, you would just have the achievement and you'd have the mount. This one was interesting to me. For the most part, I don't think they should put PvP achievements in the picture for, you know, big mount metas like that. But on the other hand, I thought it was an easy achievement. The reason I didn't think it was really that hard is because there's only one capture part in there. Pretty much everything is just assaulting things. And so with this achievement, I did find it interesting that this was people's struggle, because I found this one to not be too bad. And honestly, back when I did it, I was less of a PvPer than I am now. I'm a little more informed and educated as far as being a PvP player. So yeah, it boggles my mind. It's not that hard. Here it is right here. You can see that not even all of them need captures. Only Eye of the Storm you have to capture the flag. The other 3 are super easy. And when I've heard of people struggling on this, it is those other 3 that they do have. And then it's capture the flag in Eye of the Storm that they don't. And yeah, it just always boggles my mind because Eye of the Storm's kind of one of the easier ones to capture. I always felt anyway. And then you hear comments of, been trying for 12 years. Like, how do you not complete it if you've been trying for 12 years? I just don't understand that. I get it if you like miss it the first year you try. Fine, I understand that. But like 12 years and you still can't capture the flag? But anyway, point is that it still exists as an achievement. So if you are like myself and you did it back in the day or whenever, maybe you recently did it, you will still have that achievement. It's just not tied into the meta. I'm always happy if like a friend of mine who's been struggling gets it, but overall, I'm tired of Blizzard removing achievements just because people say they're too tough. The whole purpose of achievements is for you to do something tough to get the reward, right? And yeah, this is actually part of the reason why I've become more casual over the past couple of years. It's because I know anything that's tough in the game will just be removed or nerfed to super easy later. So what's the point? Like what is the point? I used to care about that stuff, but like now I'm just, and speaking of, we do have a newish achievement that was nerfed that we'll be talking about in this video. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about that achievement. So Tower Ranger. Here is a picture. You can see that the original Tower Ranger was Layer 16, Twisting Corridors 8, Master of Torment, Adamant Vaults, and the Jailer's Gauntlet Layer 8. Where the change comes in is Jailer's Gauntlet. So the new one that you'll see when the patch releases has shown that you only need layer 4 for Tower Ranger now. I imagine the reason is the same as the last one. I know people were talking about how tough it was, and I've mentioned this before, and it's that Twisting Corridors was tough when it first came out. You had to practice and gear and all that. And it's the same for Jailer's Gauntlet. Over time, it will be easier for you. So I think Blizzard is gonna lose people with all these stupid changes. They are baby moding this game way too much. I've noticed it so much in the past WoW. I guess that's what a sexual harassment lawsuit does to a company, right? It caters, it makes it so you change every little thing anyone's ever bitched about. So yeah, and that's part of the reason why I love my WoW and I always will, but I don't push myself like I used to in WoW. And it's because of this. Yeah, it's because you work hard for something and then next thing you know, it's nerfed to shit because people complained it was too tough. And to me, that is the point of achievements, and especially meta type achievements. It is that you work your ass off to get it. And then you feel accomplished. Going back to the Children's Week, maybe those people are just happy that they got it. But me personally, I would still feel like crap not having School of Hard Knocks done. I would know that I was just handed a mount for not even completing it. But everyone has like a different logic of thinking. Some people just want stuff and others like to feel like they earned stuff, right? So it depends on which group you fall into. Another thing we learned this week is that it is possible, no confirmation on this, but it is possible that this season might be the final chance you have to obtain the Shadowlands dungeon teleports. So for those that didn't know about these were teleports for, I would say, higher end players. I feel like high end in Mythic Plus still equals people who do higher than 15s. To get the teleports, you have to clear a 20 in time, and you'll get a teleport for that dungeon. So you do need to do it for all of them. One interesting thing that they still haven't really changed on this is that it's only applicable to the character that achieves those. I think at the very least, if you're going to have to do a 20 in time to get those, I think you could at least make that account bound. But they are mentioning that might be your last chance. This does not include Tazavesh. This is just like the older ones. So everything except for Tazavesh, it sounds like you'll still be able to get the portals to Tazavesh in the next patch. I don't see why you would even need a portal to Tazavesh. It's so easy to get there from the city. And yeah, I don't know. But then, like, I don't see why you'd need a portal to any of them. They're all super easy. So on the topic of Mythic Plus stuff, they had earlier shown off the Season 4 Keystone Master mount. It got a lot of criticism for good reason. When I first saw it, I was like, hey, wasn't that the Season 2 mount? It looked very similar. It was just like maybe a little lighter in color, but very similar. And I guess afterwards, after it got criticism, they realized how they would not realize that right off the bat when they were designing it. Like, why does it take a community to realize things for you to see things clearer? That makes no sense to me. But they realized it and they changed it. So this is what it used to be, and this is what it's been changed to now. I think the change is very good. The purple looks really nice. I'm a big fan of purple. So yeah, I really like the purple, and the gold on it definitely looks nice. As much as I love purple, I think I still think the best one is this season's, the red, just because it's so bright. It stands out so much. The purple will stand out, and it's a beauty. It's definitely one to get your hands on. Also, we have found out what the Season 4 Glad mount is gonna be. So this is it right here. The Eternal Gladiator's a Soul Eater. And on some Dragonflight info, there's gonna be some new race and class combos. And here on screen, I've just kind of listed them out. And yeah, I honestly would be interested in being a Tauren rogue. I think there's going to be a lot of Tauren rogues, honestly. Tauren mage? I honestly thought you could be a Tauren mage. I guess, like, I don't pick Taurens, I'm not a huge fan of Taurens. The only Tauren I have in the game is a High Mountain Tauren, and it's because I wanted the achievement. I guess they thought we needed more rogues. I haven't really looked at the character screen to see if we lack combos for rogues, but they must have thought we did, because there's like 4. Some of them seem like they should have just been there, like Orc Priest. Why was there never an Orc Priest? That seems like a pretty common kind of character to me. And then Tauren Mage kind of seems common. Yeah. But nonetheless, that will be available in Dragonflight. In classic news, it was confirmed that the Wrath of the Lich King beta release will be in July or August. Okay, so as for accomplishments for WoW this week, the major accomplishment was the Demon Hunter specific transmog. I wasn't gonna do that one in stream, but after I'd kind of done my Tuesday stuff for the reset, I had just decided to see if there was a group, and there was. So I had actually extended stream on Tuesday to do the raid. And yeah, so feel free to watch that one if you want. It's last week's Tuesday stream. And yeah, and it went pretty good for a pug group. I usually don't have a lot of hope going into a pug group, and especially when it's something long like Black Temple, because to get these you gotta run Black Temple after you've already done like your old school Black Temple runs for both Warglaves. And it's at current level when it's in time walking, so it can be a little rough. But it went pretty smoothly, I'd say. There was no wipes basically the whole way to Illidan. And then at Illidan, I think there was like 3, maybe 4 wipes, but then, by the 4th, everyone kind of knew what they were doing and we passed it. And yeah, and that's all that matters. So I never have to do that again. Yay. And since I'd accomplished that and it was time walking, I decided that my Demon Hunter could use some levels. So I leveled her. She was 52. I leveled her to 60. So she's now max level. When it came to the raid, I didn't go in with the Demon Hunter. I went in with my level 60 geared druids. Another thing is that I hit honor level 40 this week, which unlocks a new prestige mount. This is our new mount right here. And she's pretty. I think she looks the best out of all the prestige mounts. And yeah, and yes, I have seen the Midnight Prestige, but I like the white and all that. So yeah. And then the third and final accomplishment that I'd say I did this week is I completely finished off the Cypher console. So every point is covered. I got the achievement for that, which means that reset day streams are going to look a little different because that was kind of like my main focus. So don't be surprised if it's either something completely different WoW-wise or not even WoW. Yeah. I do play some other games, so. And yeah, and that is basically my accomplishments. Okay, so that covers the WoW news. Now for the final topic, which is the mobile game. Warcraft Arclight Rumble is the mobile game that they revealed this past week. A lot of people thought this was going to be a WoW mobile game. I don't know why people were thinking that. It said Warcraft. It didn't say World of Warcraft. They made it pretty clear it wasn't going to be a WoW mobile game. I was actually surprised that it didn't come with a release date, but it is expected to release in 2022, so we can expect it, before January of 2023. As for requirements, if you have a semi-decent phone, you're set. The requirements are pretty low. iOS is a 6S and up, and Android users is an S7 and up. And that is pretty good requirements. Like, I basically don't care about newest phones and stuff, and I'm still running like an S10. I think they're at... It was mentioned in my stream what they were at, 12 or something. You don't need anything too terribly major. As for will it ever come to PC, don't hold your breath. They have mentioned that there is absolutely no plans for PC at the moment. There's been some concerns with monetization. Another one I laughed at. It's a mobile game, How else do you think they're going to make their money, right? That is literally what every mobile game does. Most are there for free, and then, you spend money in them. But they did report that there will be no loot boxes or NFTs. The NFTs made sense to not have, but the no loot boxes was a little surprising to me. I personally was thinking that there may be character additions that you buy. Maybe like the best of characters or the coolest characters of the game are a purchased character. Kind of like Heroes of the Storm, they kind of do that. And the last piece I have regarding this is the merchandise. So there is some merchandise for Warcraft Arclight Rumble. It's over in the gear store. There is this art print, which I think looks pretty cool. And over here you can see some shirts. And that's basically it for the mobile game. I'm gonna kind of end this video with the reveal video. So for those that maybe missed it, here is the video. And that concludes our WoW Weekly with Myst. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.